February 21st. I feel caught up in our daily worries. I cleaned the apartment today next to my other duties. Yay me! We often forget how long creatures we recognize as humans have already lived on this planet. Like this long. And even if we recognize that we have insights into the lives of our ancestors for only a wink, and much of what we think we know when we go back even a few thousand years is probably all wrong, we are conditioned to believe that we are so different, special. Just look at the definition for human. You will find that a human is a member of a species Homo sapiens. It's like a circle. Or if you look for something with more words, to be human means to have qualities, thoughts and feelings that people have, as opposed to gods, animals and machines. Circle. We define us by saying only we do us. There's a problem with this. Well, actually, there are several problems with this, and we are again talking about a story here, a lens through which we look when building our reality. For one, being as so special leaves us with a feeling that we are irreplaceable. For many, this becomes so personal that they feel driven to be it all and do it all. They can't let go. It always reminds me of a Jewish proverb, the graveyard is full with people who were irreplaceable. Boom. But it also leads to the other extreme of no matter how we act, this party will not go on without us. So we don't really have to care about the future. The other bind the belief in our speciality puts us in is the conviction that as the crown jewel of evolution, we are perfect. We are the king of the lab. And whoever understood this reference, you are my friend. Anyway, king of the lab, perfection. We don't need to fear anything. We don't have to be careful because we have no enemies. There's this air of invincibility around us, and it all centers on our mind. The thing that sets us apart, or not so fast, because there's also homo naledi. We already knew of homo floresiensis, we as homo sapiens shared the planet with. These were very small hominines on islands in the Pacific who hunted very small elephants. Look them up, they are cute. And of course, we knew of Homo neanderthalensis, whose genes we made some people less susceptible for COVID. With which I mean to say that Homo sapiens and Homo neanderthalensis had children with each other. And there's some evidence that Neanderthals were conscious as well. There are more Homo overlapping with our existence too. That was real diversity. Compared to that, we are basically all twinsies today. Adding to this diversity was a cousin we rediscovered only very recently in Africa, Homo naledi. Fossils were first dug up in 2013 in the Rising Star Cave systems in South Africa. Complete skeletons, more than 1,500 pieces. That's a puzzle. From these, we know that their brains were about 1/3 the size of ours. They had flat faces with prominent brows, prolonged thumbs, and bulky shoulders that are great for climbing on trees, but as well feet shaped for bipedal walking on the ground. Very special are the teeth that point to the fact that Homo naledi probably developed to survive in a niche. Lee Berger, who was the lead archaeologist on the stick, made some observations, and I want to be open here. Some are debated in the community, but he made some observations that made me bring the Homo naledi, not neanderthalensis, naledi, up here. For one, the fossils show that Homo naledi lived from about 300 35,000 to 236,000 years. He's right here. Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, Homo neanderthalis, and Homo floresiensis are in the list. The rest I just left off because it became too much and my board isn't that big at the end. And who shared the planet with Homo sapiens, as you just could see. That's a fact. It's proven, it's scientifically proven, that's a fact. But Berger also saw signs for conscious placement of the found bodies in dug holes in the ground of the caves. He found that what looked like a stone tool placed into the hand of one of the child burials. He saw signs of fire used in the cave, and he found what he's identified as carvings in the walls. These are all markers for conscious behavior. What, if true, doesn't make us quite as special as Homo sapiens. Does it now? Now there are like 3 of us? And that they aren't around anymore, nor the Neanderthalensis, or any of the others, shows that we are not as indestructible and irreplaceable as we might want to believe. We, as sapiens, need stories to survive and thrive. Without them, we are nothing but a middle blip on the food chain. With them, we made it to the top through cooperation, even with people we will never meet. But the layers and layers of stories we have piled up to create our reality with today limit us, not least because we forgot we use them and lost our creativity thereby. To survive and thrive, we need to rediscover our vulnerability. We need to get to know us again, also known as think. Make a habit out of thinking. Turn thinking into a movement. Like, comment, and share. And as always, thank you for gifting me with a few minutes of your most precious, your lifetime.